What is up, everybody? You guys wanted more press conference. It was the top comment on the 10K subscriber video. So we're going to do it for Dana White Contender Series, the first ever press conference for a Dana White Contender Series, the main event as well. We got Anthony Wint, we got Matt Adams. How are you guys?
I'm good,
Oh,
man.
good.
It's been a solid day.
Good.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go with
Yeah.
Anthony first. Anthony, what have you been up to, bro?
Same as always, man. Training, trying to connect with God, taking every day as it is, man. Plus, another day in the office, man. Just train every day, trying to stay healthy.
Okay, that's a sounds good. And Matt, what are you up to?
Just like you said, training, train every day. Spend time with my kids, just working, man, enjoying my life. Like I told you earlier, man, I'm blessed in my life, so I'm just ready for this opportunity, and I know he is too. I mean, look at him; he's in top shape. I mean, come on now.
Well, you're making him blush over here, but all right, well, we'll get into the first question. All right, this one, Matt. Someone wants to know. I sent in some of the fans sent in some questions. Someone wants to know, Matt, how has representing a smaller community shaped your path compared to one of the bigger gyms out there, like American Top Team or something?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know, man. Everyone asks me, I kind of come from a small community, but I feel like at one time we all came from somewhere small. We all started a smaller gym and worked our way up. But Ohio is not known for their gyms. I mean, we have Strong Style where Steve they came from, but that's 3 hours from me. So being able to
Yeah.
represent a small town, and then my buddy just got signed to UFC and won his first fight, RJ. So that's cool. We train at the same gym, so it's an honor just to be able to put on for a little town and a little gym that we're at.
Okay, that's how it seems pretty cool. And Anthony, you actually train at one of the best gyms. You train with Kamara Usman, Michael Chandler. Who are like some maybe like noticeable names that you've worked with that helped a lot for this?
My main training partner, Impa Kasanga and I, obviously
Okay.
infamously known for the spinning back kick from Buckley, but that's one thing that drew him to me because, man, I like training with guys who are real. And we have a lot of guys come through. Gregory Rodriguez, who's headlining the California card, I think on the 22nd. We got Emma Wall at the gym right now, so a lot of really good 185ers, which I think helps my style a lot. So I'm not as big, so
Yeah.
it's a bunch of guys. It would take me too long to name everybody.
Mhm. Okay. And this is a question for both of you guys. I mean, it's not really your first fight in the UFC. Some people consider it, but your first kind of fight in the UFC. How do you guys both feel about being the main event for Dana White Contender Series?
Hey, Anthony, go first. You can answer everyone.
If I'm being honest, man, it's an honor. Obviously, this is the top promotion outside the UFC. Nobody fights on a Tuesday. The whole UFC community be watching, and not only that, we're the headliner. So that's something that was up in the air as I was doing the media stuff. It wasn't really disclosed yet. I know it's a bunch of good fighters on the card, so just be able to set it off says a lot about myself and obviously Matthew himself. Just getting this opportunity because they could have picked anybody. So as far as nerves, is regular. I try to make everything a regular day. Make today just as important as the 11th will be. And yeah, so regular, but at the same time, I'm honored, man. Just be able to honor God and honor my family and my gym.
Okay. Matt, what do you have to say?
Yeah, about the same, man. Like I said, he's carrying more. He's probably a big reason we're the headline. He's got more followers. He's got more clout than me. Trains with a lot of good guys. No, for real, he got a great gym behind him. Like I'm not just trying. I'm not sat here trying to stroke his ego. I'm not doing that. It's just the fact that like you look at his interactions, my interactions. Like he's undefeated. I got a couple losses. So he's carrying it. In which I'm honored just be the other half of the event, or the other half of the fight. So, like he said, he's a big believer in God. I know he is. I've seen some of his stuff. So am I. So, like, I'm not gonna sit here and down anyone. But yeah, I'm happy to. I'm blessed to be part of the other half of it. So like he said, it's weird on a Tuesday, but I guess it's just another night. It'll be cool being down in Vegas and maybe after fight, we can maybe drink sweet tea or something. I don't know what he likes. I don't think he drinks alcohol. Neither do I. I don't drink alcohol or liquor. Mostly water, Gatorade, and stuff. So I said sweet tea because I feel like that's kind of a little opposite of alcohol. So I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, I got you. I understand. Anthony, do you accept his invitation to drink some sweet tea with him after the fight?
More than likely, yeah. I mean, like I said, I ain't got no animosity towards him. Like he said, I don't drink, and I'm a big food guy, so maybe we'll get a bite to eat
yes,
and
Okay.
drink
yes.
some.
Okay.
I
What's your go-to food? I'm a
I'm
big
not
food guy
picky,
as well.
brother. I'm the type of dude. I go to a restaurant, I look at the waiter, I ask him for his top three, and I pick number two.
Hell yeah.
Because food
Really?
is just nutrition for me, man. I'm not super picky. I like Indian. I like spicy food. I like stuff that's gonna fill me up. But I've never tasted food I don't
I
like if it's
mean, I'm
prepared well.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard to believe him saying that because I mean the dude looked like someone sculpted him. I mean, let's be honest. It's hard to believe that he eats anything. He must have good metabolism. Um, so yeah, I'm down to get food, man. Like I said, I used to be super fat. I mean, I'm not one to shy away. I was 330 pounds. I'm saying about probably about the same weight you are now. But yeah, I'm down to grab some food no matter what happens in this fight. Hell yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, we got some sweet tea and food going on after the fight. But all right, let's see what. Also, I wanted to ask you about Matt. You told me before. I want the fans to know this because it's actually a pretty touching story about. I mean, you can say you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people judged me on my last win. I fought a guy with a terrible record, and what a lot of people don't know why I fought that guy. Um, I was supposed to fight a guy named Phil Latui, which ended up not happening. And I took the fight with the other guy because I raised over 3 grand in ticket sales. I've raised over 2 grand of shirt sales for a little 2 year old with cancer, with brain cancer, and we ended up donating over like $5,800 towards her, and she's actually doing really good now. Not the money probably didn't help her do good. She's fighting. God's watching over her, and she's fighting, and so a lot of people come at me. They're like, "Man, you suck. You fought a guy with a 1-6 record," which it doesn't look good. I can tell you that. I didn't want that fight, but it came down to last week when Phil Latui pulled out. It was either not take a fight, not raise the money, or take a fight. So I took the fight to raise the money, and that little girl still today. I talked to her. I talked to her dad. I talked to her mom every day, and she actually just went down Disney World. So she's living her dreams right now. She's 2 years old, and I'm blessed every day with the opportunity. Like I said, I probably take a percentage of this money, win or lose, and donate towards her or donate towards a cause. Because like I told you earlier, money is not the driving factor for me. I come from a small town and I just want to inspire people. So yeah, I'll probably take this money, if not the whole thing, and donate towards her, at least half of it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I actually like that a lot. Anthony, you're a former NFL player, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What was that like being a former NFL player? We obviously have like a Josh Hokett that's done the same. But what's it like going from the NFL to fighting now?
I tell you what, man. Financially, it sucks. I went from I went from making $8,000 a week on the practice squad to I've made no money fighting right now. But as far as like how it prepared me mentally to be a professional, to show up every day, be on time, know how to put work in, and know what it's like to be a high level athlete and someone who can train on a high level. So that's why I can acclimate to gyms like Kill Cliff, or train with a lot of high level fighters because a lot of the concepts are the same in football. If I'm being honest, fighting is behind the eight ball because of the funding and obviously how the fighters are treated. So obviously it's a totally different sport. And if I felt like I wasn't built for it, I wouldn't be able to do it, especially not starting this late in my life. But
Yeah.
it definitely gave me a step ahead as far as like being a professional.
Okay. Matt, does it intimidate you at all that he is a former NFL player? He's a big guy, he's jacked. Does that intimidate you
No,
whatsoever?
man. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool, man. Like, how many people can say they fought an NFL player? Yeah, no, I don't consider him an NFL player. He's 6-0 as a fighter. Like, that stuff's in his past. Like, is he athletic because of it? Oh yeah, did it teach him a lot? Yeah, but I don't look at him and say, oh my god, I'm fighting an NFL player. I look at him and say, I'm fighting a fighter. Like, he's 6-0 as a fighter, man, with a couple big knockouts. Like, that whole NFL stuff is behind him, and he did great. Obviously, if he made the NFL, but I got asked that before by someone else. They're like, "Man, you're fighting an NFL player." I'm like, "Well, I mean, he's 6-0 as a pro fighter, so I don't think he's an NFL player anymore. I think he's a fighter now. He's a fighter first, and maybe he plays football with his friends or whatever, but he's a fighter first now." So no, don't intimidate me, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I fought big guys, I fought small guys, I've been beat before. Like, I lost to anybody or win to anybody doesn't mean anything to me. I like sport, I like competitive, and I'm ready. Like, I know he's ready.
Okay. Anthony, could you agree? You're more a fighter now than a football player, I'm
A
guessing,
thousand percent, man.
obviously.
People ask me all the time about like what I think about today's football or college. And if I'm being honest, I don't watch it.
Okay.
Not because I don't enjoy it or I don't know what's going on. I played at a high level. I played middle linebacker, so I can dissect the play quicker than most people. But I think what you do with your time, what you sow is what you reap. And there's only 24 hours in a day. We're sleeping 8, 9 of them, and maybe you got 6 or 7 hours to kind of lollygag. I think the more
Yeah,
I pour into fighting, the better I'll get. And obviously, I've been reaping the benefits of it. So I try to put every single second, every single moment I can into fighting. And I think that's what makes champions. That's what makes people great. Is the more they're obsessed with what God is driving them to do in the moment. And right now, God's driving me to be a professional fighter, and God willing,
yeah.
one of the best in the world.
Okay. Okay. Also, I just want to. I'm kind of distracted. Anthony, you have like a little sword in your hand. What is that, bro?
I got it the other day, man. So my logo is a sword. I got this the other day. It's a little dagger. I use it for my podcast, and yeah, that's about it.
Wait, what is it?
It's like a little dagger. It's like a little mini sword.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
obsessed.
What do you say? I'm
I'm
sorry.
obsessed with sword because
Oh,
in
you're
the
obsessed
Bible,
with.
and I know Matt's a man of God as well. The sword represents the word of God or the spirit of God, so it's called the ruach.
Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like the physical representation of the spirit that we all hold.
Okay. Okay. I want to know about this because you guys obviously know the Dana White Contender Series. You know what's going on here. Dana's going to sign you if your fight's entertaining. I guess Anthony, you can answer this question first. Are you going to make sure that this fight is entertaining?
I'm gonna do my best ability. Obviously, it takes two to tango, and I know I've watched. I'm unlike Matt. I watch everything, so I watched all his podcasts. I watched all his interviews. I watched everything he said from the day he accepted the fight. I know he's cutting weight. He's down from 260 down to I don't know, probably like 238 at one point. He's probably like 242 right now. So I know he said that he's willing to go forward. He's not gonna wrestle, but there's a route to victory for him, and obviously, I don't think that involves him meeting me in the middle. I think there's a different route that is a little bit more likely for him to win. But it's not so much making it entertaining; it's giving the people what they want. I can rush. I mean, I can wrestle to a decent amount. I know Matt has more exposure than me, and he's wrestled longer than me. He may even be a better wrestler than me. But what gets the bills paid, what gets us both signed, what allows me to maybe call somebody else out and build traction is the fight not going a round or two. Now Matt's a man and he has hard hands and he can wrestle. He can do things to limit that. But if he does that, obviously it limits our chances of being on getting the contract. So we'll see. It takes two to tango.
Okay. And then he says take two tango. Matt, what do you have to say? You're going to make this fight
Yeah, if he
entertaining?
wants to stand up the whole time, I'll stand up the whole time. It's probably not my best benefit, like he said. I mean, I guarantee you, his boxing is probably more crisp than mine. My wrestling, like he said, I might be a better wrestler. I mean, but at the end of the day, the fans pay for this. I know they opened up to the public this year where you can buy tickets. I know people are going to be in the stands. If he wants to go out there and mill and meet, and we'll bang. And if he knocks me out, he knocks me out. If I can land a punch and knock him out, I knock him out. I mean, at the end of the day, if he gets signed, I'm gonna be happy for him. He like he said earlier, he's there to make money and make his life better. And able to call someone out, and get paid. So if it takes me in the middle and us banging until someone falls, I mean, I'm down for it. I know Dana kind of steering away from wrestlers, more and more. There's guys that sign right now that, you watch and you're like, damn, dang, this is kind of boring, man. Like, this is, I don't want to be known to that. I fought a couple fights where I was kind of, it was ugly. I laid on them when I was real bad out of shape. I had to tough it through. And, I'm in the best shape of my life right now. Like he said earlier, I was like he said 232. I'm like 230, or he said 242. I'm like 238 right now, 237. I took this fight very serious with my weight because I want Anthony to get the best version of Matt Adams than anybody else. I don't want him thinking I came in this, had to cut weight during the week of the fight, and then I got these excuses. Oh, I cut 15 pounds. That's why. No, if Anthony
Yeah.
beat me, Anthony will beat the best version of myself. And for that, yeah, I'm good. Kudos to him. But I don't want him or anybody saying, "Oh, if Matt came in with his ankle was twisted or he broke his hand."
I understand. I
No,
understand. I understand what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And then last question before we wrap things up. I guess Anthony, you can answer this one first, but both of you guys, obviously the other guy in this call is what's standing in between you and your UFC contract. What's the last thing you want to say to him before the fight?
Man, I'm proud of him, man. I know he's had a long road. I know he's had some tough losses. It's not fun losing. Even though I haven't lost in fighting, I've lost in football, I've lost in life, I've lost people. And I will say, even though like I'm God willing, I'll get the contract, I'll finish Matt, we'll have lunch or whatever, dinner or whatever afterwards. Matt already has everything I want. Like he's been baptized, he's received the Holy Spirit, his salvation is always secure. And not only that, God is granting him a wife, a child, and good people around that love him. I was surprised at how many people were commenting, "Hey, Matt, let's go. Matt, you're gonna do it. Matt, you're gonna finish this guy." Not that I don't have those same people,
Okay.
but people that wholeheartedly believe in him. And I'm here. I'm 30 years old. I think Matt's a little younger than me. I'm not married. I don't have a wife, and those are things I yearn for. I don't care about fighting, but I have to be obedient to God and go out there and beat Matt as badly as I can, so that I can move on and just to get to this place where God blesses me with that wife, with that child, with that my ministry as a father. Because fighting doesn't last. What I hope for Matt is obviously after I beat him, he takes a long time to think about what he wants out of life, because I don't think he needs to fight. I think the route to him being in the UFC is too long. And I think on the regional scene, obviously, if he doesn't beat me, it's not worth it. Worth him losing his brain cells, worth him taking life off his years. Because I think he's going to want to see his daughter get married, his grandkids, etc. And then fighting, unless the money makes sense, there's no need for him to do it. So, Matt, I appreciate you taking the fight, man. I appreciate you coming out and doing your best and cutting the weight. Is it gonna matter? We're gonna find out. But man, regardless, man, you've already won because God has already saved you from the pits of hell.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Matt, what do you have to say about that? Also, at the end, you said, it might not be worth it. What's your opinion on that?
Who, me? Yeah. No. So, like I said earlier, before anything got on, I don't fight for the money. I don't fight for the. I don't care about the fame. I don't care about these people. I care about the people supporting, but I don't care about like the naysayers, all these people. I don't care about that. I started fighting to inspire a little community that I grew up in. Um, if you know my backstory, you know my mom was a druggie, my dad was a drunk. I didn't have a great life growing up. I came from nothing. I built myself into something. I have three beautiful kids. I have a young son. I have two young daughters. I have a beautiful wife, a beautiful home, amazing job. Like Anthony is saying, I'm blessed to be here. But in the day, like he said, like, do I keep fighting? If I do take a loss here, hopefully, I think I'm gonna win. He thinks he's gonna win. I mean, if you came in here and thought you were going to lose, you shouldn't be here. We're both coming in hot. We're both coming ready. But if I lost, man, I don't know if I quit fighting, only because I do inspire so many people around my community and so many people in my life to keep going. And I don't want to have a loss be the reason I step away from the sport. I'll come back, fight again, maybe get a win, and keep inspiring the younger generations. But no, I'm happy to be here. Like I said, I'm blessed. Anthony, I'm just a little bit younger than him, but yeah, I'm blessed, like he said, and I said it in several interviews. I feel blessed, but he is too. He's blessed, man. He's got to do stuff that you know, I played football growing up. I was never an NFL star. I was never NFL level. He's 6-0. I've taken losses. I'm jealous of his record. That's awesome. So no, I'm blessed and honored. I'm happy to be on this. Being the first. I guess we're the first Paramount Dana White Contender Series, and we're first people to let people actually let the public come and buy tickets. So it's the first for a lot of things, and hopefully, we put on, and they're like, all right, let's keep doing this. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds great. And then, all right, August 11th, these guys are facing off the main event for Dana White Contender Series. Like you said, first Dana White Contender Series on Paramount. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and that's the press conference.